What if I told you that even during extreme heat waves and water shortages, some crops don't just survive, they thrive? While most gardens struggle under blazing sun, these vertical growing crops keep producing food with less water, less space, and far less effort. And the best part? Some of them can turn a tiny backyard wall, fence, or trellis into a food-producing powerhouse. Today, we're revealing 9 drought-proof vertical crops that grow like wildfire in record heat. And once you see number 7, you may never grow traditional crops the same way again. Let's get started. With rising temperatures and unpredictable rainfall, gardeners everywhere are searching for smarter ways to grow food. That's where vertical gardening becomes a game changer. Instead of spreading across the ground and losing precious moisture, these crops climb upward, save water, improve airflow, and often produce more in less space. They're perfect for hot climates, small gardens, survival gardening, and anyone tired of watching thirsty plants die in summer. Let's start with one of the toughest climbers of them all, Malabar spinach. First on our list is Malabar spinach, one of the toughest leafy greens you can grow in extreme summer heat. Unlike regular spinach that quickly bolts and dies when temperatures rise, Malabar spinach actually thrives in hot and humid weather. It grows as a fast-climbing vine, making it perfect for vertical gardening on trellises, fences, or even balcony rails. Its thick, glossy leaves are packed with nutrients and can be used in salads, soups, and stir-fries. Once established, it needs surprisingly little water and keeps producing for months. Because it grows upward, airflow improves and disease problems are reduced compared to ground crops. Many gardeners switch to Malabar spinach after losing traditional greens in summer. If your goal is reliable leafy greens during record heat, this crop can completely change your garden and keep your kitchen stocked with fresh harvests all season long. 2. Pole beans. Pole beans are one of the smartest choices for gardeners dealing with heat and limited space. Unlike bush beans that stay low to the ground, pole beans climb upward fast, producing more food in less space. Their deep roots help them reach moisture hidden deeper in the soil, making them far more drought-tolerant during hot weather. With just a simple trellis, fence, or bamboo support, these plants can keep producing for months. They also improve airflow, reducing disease and pest problems that often affect low-growing plants. Many varieties thrive in full summer sun and continue flowering even during warm conditions. The more you harvest, the more they produce. That makes them perfect for families wanting steady, fresh vegetables without constant replanting. For gardeners looking for reliable production during dry seasons, pole beans are truly one of the easiest and most rewarding vertical crops to grow. 3. Armenian cucumbers. Armenian cucumbers are a hidden gem for hot climate gardeners, especially in areas where regular cucumbers struggle and fail. Interestingly, they are not true cucumbers at all. They are actually a heat-loving melon variety. This makes them naturally stronger during drought and extreme summer temperatures. Their long, smooth fruits stay crisp, refreshing, and delicious even when the weather becomes brutal. When grown vertically on a trellis, they save space, improve airflow, and produce straighter fruits with fewer pest issues. Their vines grow quickly and continue producing long after standard cucumbers have stopped. They also require less water once established, making them ideal for survival gardening and low-maintenance food production. Many gardeners are shocked by how productive they become in dry climates. If your summer garden usually destroys ordinary cucumbers, Armenian cucumbers may be the perfect replacement for dependable harvests during intense heat. 4. Sweet potatoes. Most people think sweet potatoes are only grown as sprawling ground vines, but they can actually become powerful vertical crops when trained upward. By guiding the vines onto fences, trellises, or simple supports, you save space while improving airflow and reducing moisture loss from the soil. Sweet potatoes are famous for surviving poor soil, strong heat, and dry conditions better than many traditional crops. Once established, they require very little care and continue growing through tough summer weather. Another major advantage is that both the leaves and the underground tubers are edible, giving you 2 harvests from one plant. The leaves are nutritious and can be cooked like spinach, while the roots provide filling, energy-rich food. for gardeners focused on food security and drought resistance. Sweet potatoes are one of the most practical and reliable crops you can grow in hot climates. 5. Yard-long beans. Yard-long beans, also known as asparagus beans, are built for serious summer heat and are one of the best vertical crops for drought-prone gardens. Unlike regular green beans that often struggle in extreme temperatures, yard-long beans thrive when the weather becomes hot and dry. They grow aggressively upward on trellises and can produce incredibly long beans that seem to appear overnight. Some pods grow over a foot long, making harvests both exciting and highly productive. Their strong root systems help them tolerate dry conditions better than many other vegetables, and once established, they need surprisingly little water. They also keep producing for a long time if harvested regularly. Their taste is excellent for stir-fries, curries, and fresh cooking. For gardeners who want heavy yields with minimal water and maintenance, yard-long beans are one of the easiest crops to trust during record-breaking summer heat.
6. Loofah. Loofah is one of the most unique and useful vertical crops you can grow, especially in hot and dry climates. Many people know loofah as the natural sponge used in bathrooms, but when harvested young, it is also a delicious edible vegetable. This fast-growing vine loves full sun, climbs aggressively, and performs extremely well on strong trellises, fences, or garden arches. Once established, it handles drought surprisingly well and keeps producing through long, hot summers. The young fruits can be cooked like squash, while mature fruits dry into natural sponges for cleaning and bathing. That means one plant can provide both food and household supplies. Its large leaves also create shade for nearby plants, helping the garden stay cooler. For anyone interested in self-sufficiency, loofah offers beauty, productivity, and practical value all from one powerful heat-loving vine. 7. Passion fruit. Passion fruit is one of the most rewarding vertical crops for gardeners living in warm and dry climates. Many people think of it as a tropical luxury fruit, but once established, passion fruit vines are surprisingly drought-tolerant and incredibly productive. These fast-growing vines can quickly cover fences, pergolas, walls, and trellises, turning empty spaces into beautiful food-producing structures. Their flowers are stunning, and the fruits are packed with sweet, tangy flavor and valuable nutrients. Because their roots grow deep, mature plants can handle dry periods much better than expected. They also provide natural shade, helping cool nearby garden areas during intense summer heat. While they need support and some patience in the beginning, the long-term rewards are impressive. For gardeners wanting both beauty and food security, passion fruit offers a perfect combination of high-value fruit and strong performance in challenging weather conditions. 8. Grapes. Grapes are one of the oldest and most reliable drought-resistant vertical crops in the world. They have been grown for centuries in some of the hottest and driest climates because of their powerful deep root systems. Once established, grapevines search far below the soil for moisture, allowing them to survive with much less watering than many common garden crops. They grow beautifully on trellises, pergolas, fences, and arbors, creating both food and shade at the same time. During summer, their leafy vines help cool outdoor spaces while producing clusters of fresh, sweet fruit. Grapes also require less yearly replanting since they are perennial plants that return season after season. With proper pruning and support, a single vine can remain productive for many years. For gardeners seeking long-term harvests and dependable food production, grapes are one of the smartest investments for hot climates. 9. Chayote squash. Chayote squash is one of the most productive vertical crops you can grow, especially if your goal is maximum harvest from a single plant. This vigorous climbing vine loves warm weather and becomes more drought-tolerant as it matures. Once established, one plant can cover an entire trellis, fence, or pergola and produce a huge amount of fruit throughout the season. The pear-shaped fruits are mild in flavor and can be used in soups, stir-fries, curries, and many traditional dishes. Chayote also grows from a single whole fruit, making planting simple and affordable. Its aggressive growth creates shade, helping protect soil moisture and nearby plants during hot weather. Because it keeps producing for such a long period, it becomes a powerful choice for survival gardening and family food supply. For gardeners wanting serious abundance with less water, chayote is hard to beat. To make these drought-proof vertical crops even more productive, a few simple strategies can make a huge difference. First, always use mulch around the base of your plants. Dry leaves, straw, grass clippings, or wood chips help lock moisture into the soil, reduce evaporation, and keep roots cooler during extreme heat. This alone can save a surprising amount of water. Second, water deeply but less often. Many gardeners make the mistake of watering lightly every day, which creates weak, shallow roots. Deep watering encourages roots to grow further down where the soil stays cooler and moisture lasts longer. Third, grow near walls, fences, or trellises that provide support and protection from strong drying winds. Vertical crops perform better when they have stable climbing structures and some natural heat reflection from nearby surfaces. Another smart tip is using drip irrigation instead of overhead watering. This sends water directly to the roots where it's needed most, while reducing waste and preventing leaf diseases. Finally, choose local heat-adapted varieties whenever possible. Plants already suited to your region will always perform better than varieties bred for cooler climates. Small changes like these can turn an average garden into a highly productive, drought-resistant food system. The future of gardening isn't about having more land. It's about growing smarter with the space and water you already have. These 9 drought-proof vertical crops prove that even during record-breaking heat, you can still enjoy strong harvests, healthy plants, and a reliable food supply right from your own backyard. By growing upward instead of outward, you save water, protect your soil, improve airflow, and turn small spaces into powerful food-producing systems. Whether you're preparing for hotter summers, trying to lower grocery bills, or building a survival garden for long-term food security, these crops can make a real difference. From fast-growing Malabar spinach to heavy-producing chayote squash, each of these plants offers something valuable for gardeners facing tough conditions. The key is choosing crops that work with the climate instead of fighting against it. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these drought-proof vertical crops would you plant first in your garden? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next smart gardening tip. Your next big harvest might start with just one plant.